What is going on, everybody? Welcome to my first video here at Madden 23, and we're going to be doing the Chicago Bears for our first team. They made a lot of moves recently, trading Robert Quinn to the Eagles for a fourth-round pick, and most recently trading Roquan Smith, as you can see there, to the Ravens for a second and a fifth-round pick this year. They also traded away their second-round pick for Chase Claypool to finally get Justin Fields as a weapon. So they've made quite a few changes here and gotten a lot of draft picks. So we're going to use those draft picks and develop some of these young players to hopefully make this team a contender in the 4-year span we have to take this team to the Super Bowl. So let's go ahead and check out the team. All right, here we are checking out the Bears roster, starting with the most important position on any team, the quarterback. They have Justin Fields, who the past few weeks has looked pretty good, and I think is set to be their quarterback of the future. He's 23 years old, 74, does have a star dev, so hopefully he can become a really good player here. Maybe win an MVP, that would be awesome. At running back, they have a nice 1-2 punch here in David Montgomery, Khalil Herbert. In real life, they actually have the best rushing offense of card blasting game at fullback. A wide receiver, they have Darnell Mooney, the newly acquired Chase Claypool, which they give up a second-round draft pick for. Him and Mooney should hopefully be our nice 1-2 punch at receiver. We also have Byron Pringle, Dante Pettis, N'Keal Harry, who they also traded for, Equanimeous St. Brown, and Velus Jones. So we just have a bunch of mid receivers down the board, but right here are going to be our guys for the future. Tight end, they have Cole Kmet, 74 overall. Another young player. He also does have star depth, so we have a few good pieces on the offense. Just need to develop them. Left tackle, they have the rookie Braxton Jones from Southern Utah. Left guard is longtime Bear Cody Whitehair. Their center is Lucas Patrick. Right guard is Tevin Jenkins, another young player who can hopefully develop. And then right tackle, they have Riley Reef, who they acquired in free agency from the Bengals, and Leatherwood, who was a first-round pick from the Raiders a few years ago, or 2 years ago. And now look at their defensive line. They do not have Robert Quinn because they traded him to the Eagles. And they now have Travis Gibson starting, Dominique Robinson, another rookie. Right end is Al Quaden Muhammad. D tackles, they got Justin Jones, Angelo Blackson, Armand Watts. Their starting left outside linebacker is projected Sterling Weatherford. Middle linebacker Nicholas Morrow. You got Javen White, Jack Sanborn, right outside linebacker Matthew Adams. So our linebacker court is looking pretty bad. At corner, they have Jalen Johnson, in my opinion, one of the most underrated corners in the NFL. Don't think he's like top 10. He's potentially like top 15, top 18 in that conversation. They got Kendall Vildor. They also have the rookie Kyler Gordon from Washington here. Does not have depth chart, unfortunately. Jalen Jones, Josh Blackwell, and Lamar Jackson. Free safety, they have Eddie Jackson, but he's been playing pretty good this year for the Bears. He has a few picks. And strong safety, they have another rookie defensive back, Jaquan Brisker out of Penn State, who is their second-round pick, pretty sure. Cairo Santos at kicker, and Trenton Gill at punter. We have all of our draft picks. Don't think I'm going to make any moves, so let's just go straight to the midseason. And also, I will be using a real-life draft class, so just wanted to let you guys know. All right, here we are midseason. We are currently 3-4, last in the division, but we are about a game behind the Lions and a game behind the Vikings. And we do have a breakout DB. We'll look at who that is here after we look at players to negotiate. I also forgot to mention this team has a ton of cap space for the next few years because they got rid of basically all their expensive contracts. Just some of the players that are free agents. Not really anybody I want to bring back outside of David Montgomery. I'm going to give him a nice contract extension here. And not negotiating the years, move it up or down. And it is Kyler Gordon with the breakout. All right, if you can get that, you can go up to star dev. So that would be big for the defense. Right, let's see if we got our breakout here for Kyler Gordon, and we do not, unfortunately. So it does not go up to star dev. It was Justin Fields, 4 touchdowns, 331 passing yards. What a game there from Justin Fields. We'll increase the money here. All right, and we get David Montgomery back for 6 years. Let's go. Let's see if we can make the playoffs. All right, here we are at the end of the season. We do not make the playoffs, but we finished 7-10. The Vikings end up winning the division actually at 12-5, which that seems like a pretty realistic record for them. Here we'll check on the stats for the team. Some Fields numbers. 3,819 yards, 28 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 61% completion percentage. That's not a lot of yards, touchdown, interceptions. This is okay season for Fields. I was hoping a little bit more, but he'll get better, so hopefully he can progress next season. David Montgomery had 262 carries, 1,100 yards, 17 rushing touchdowns. Herbert, as the backup at 4, Fields had 1 rushing and also 400 yards. Receiving, Darnell Mooney, 62 catches, 885 and 5. Chase Claypool had 68 catches for 868 and 7 touchdowns. Byron Pringle in the slot, 797 yards, 4 touchdowns. Cole Kmet, 66 catches, 783, 6 touchdowns. Montgomery had 3 through the air. Looking at sacks, 14 sacks, both led up from our tackles. Nicholas Morrow led the team with 131, 123 from Adams, 100 for Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon. We'll look at tackles for loss. We have 17 from Gibson, 17 from Jess Jones, 13 from Dominique Robinson. And who led our team in sacks? It was Dominique Robinson with 4. This is terrible. So we're definitely going to need to get an edge rusher this offseason, maybe through the draft. Looking at interceptions, we have 4 from Jalen Johnson, 3 from Jaquan Brisker, 2 from Morrow and Kyler Gordon, 1 for Matthew Adams, Kendall Vildord, Eddie Jackson, and Jack Sanborn. Kicking, Santos only attempted 10, but was 8 for 10. And our punter was okay, I guess. We'll check out the yearly awards. Finished with the 30th best offense in terms of yards, and defensively we finished 20th. Checking out yearly awards, the NFL MVP goes to Jalen Hurts. Don't think we'll see any Chicago Bears in there. Nope. Coach of the Year is Kyle Shanahan. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Cooper Kupp. Defensive Player of the Year is Aaron Donald. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Jameson Williams. Do we see any Bears in here? Nope. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Aiden Hutchinson. We do see Kyler Gordon at 5, Dominic Robinson at 6, and Jaquan Brisker at 7. Best QB is Hurts. Best running back is Zeke. Best receiver is Cooper Kupp. Best O-lineman is Zach Martin. Best D-lineman is Aaron Donald. Best linebacker goes to Frankie Louvu. Best DB is Tariq Woolen. Best kicker is Michael Badger. So those are your yearly awards and stats. So let's go to the Super Bowl week and see if we have anybody go up in depth. And Super Bowl 57 is between the Bengals and Eagles. I'm hoping the Bengals make the Super Bowl in real life. Eagles, I could see them making the Super Bowl, but we'll check out depth chart, see if anybody goes up or down. As far as I can see, nobody on offense. Defensively, though, we have Morrow going up to star, Jaquan Brisker going to star, Justin Jones up to star. We have Blackwell up to star. I don't know how he went up to star. I don't think he's done anything all year. All the depth traits, so some big ones, Brisker. So that's big for him since he's a young player. Cincinnati Bengals, 42-14. $163 million. We have money to burn. Essentially, we won't use it all. I'll probably wait until there's like a huge, giant free agent, like a Nick Bosa is usually available. I've seen Jefferson become available. He does have the mentor tag. I'm basically just gonna only place I'll resign is if they have the mentor tag or the mentor tag, and we get him back. The only player we resign is Ryan Griffin just for the mentor tag, just so we can get extra XP for Cole Kmet. And let's see what we can get in free agency with $159 million. All right, so through the first stage of free agency, we signed Deron Payne, 85-year-old, 26-year-old. He's going to be probably our best player overall-wise right now. We also signed Sean Murphy-Bunting from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we also signed Chris Barnes, so we can bring in some young defensive players, and we also brought in Tyrod Taylor for the mentor tag, so we can get Justin Fields some extra XP. I'm really trying to build around Justin Fields, even though we signed 3 defensive starters, but hopefully in the draft there's some tackles or maybe even some more wide receivers, so let's see if we can get anybody else through free agency. All right, we're going to be looking at players to invite to our private workout. We will look at Paris Johnson. I don't know if we have a shot at Will Anderson, but let's invite him to our check out the mock drafts so we can see where we're picking. or who do we have a chance at taking? Jackson Smith and Njigba is projected to go number 1. With Anderson's projected to go 3 to the Commanders. C.J. Stroud projected to go to the Steelers. We were picking 10th. We could get Eli Ricks, Jordan Addison, Marvin Mims. Bryce Young's projected to go 20 to the... Wow, that'd be a steal at pick 20, Bryce Young. Most people, Spencer Rattler's projected to go in the first round. A few QBs. Just do Bengals project. Oh my gosh. All right, so definitely an interesting mock draft. So I don't think we'll be able to take Will Anderson, but we'll make do with what we got here. So let's start the NFL draft. We currently hold the 10th overall pick. We'll go through the top 10 and then we'll go to our pick, which actually we have the 10th pick. So the number 1 overall pick is projected to be Jackson Smith and Njigba. They do go with Njigba. The Seahawks with the 2nd pick go Myles Murphy. The Commanders are going to take Will Anderson. So, wow, they have a really nasty D-line now. Well, they lost Ron Payne to us, and now they bring in another insane D lineman in Will Anderson. Keely Ringo goes to the Eagles. C.J. Stroud goes to the Steelers, so Kenny Pickett doesn't work out. Texans go with Jalen Carter. The Lions with the 7th overall pick go with Trenton Simpson. The Giants with the 8th overall pick go Brian Brees. And then the Bills, 1 pick before us, go Keyshawn Boutte. Let's look at some of the trade offers. You don't want to trade down too far. We could trade down 7 spots, pick up the Raiders 2nd and 5th this year. I'm looking to see if I could potentially get a first-round pick next year. Eagles, we can trade down to 31, but I don't want to trade down that far. Trade down 14 to the Dolphins and pick up their 3rd. The Raiders. Well, first of all, before we even think about trading away our pick, let's see who's available. It's basically a best player available situation for the Bears, besides quarterback and probably running back. So we can really just take anybody here. It's not like we're set in stone to take somebody. Eli Ricks, though, does look like the best player available. Although, I don't think I want to draft corner. We have Jalen Johnson. We just signed Sean Murphy-Bunting. We also have Kyler Gordon. Paris Johnson was one of our private workout players. He has B, B, A, and A. Great strength, elite speed, 4.85. That's pretty fast for a lineman. He looks phenomenal. Paris Johnson might be the pick here at pick 10. Mims was one of those players we private worked out. He has B's across the board. He has solid speed, good strength, good agility, change of direction, and excel. Yeah, he looks pretty good too. But Paris Johnson, though, we really need tackle. We're gonna go with the best player available, and the best player available, I think, is going to be Paris Johnson, left tackle from Ohio State. He protected Justin Fields. I think he was on the team when Justin Fields was there. So we're going to bring in somebody he's familiar with. And we're going to bring in Paris Johnson here out of Ohio State. Hidden dev, 6'7", 235, 76 speed. That is pretty fast for a left tackle. 91 strength. He's going to be a beast in our franchise left tackle for Justin Fields. Phenomenal pick. Let's go to our 2nd round pick. So who is available? Travis Hodges, Damani, Richardson. Ooh, I really want an edge rusher is probably the next position I want to go with. Stats don't look very good right now. He has elite speed, elite. He's a really good athlete. Finished top 5 in every category. B finesse moves. B to D. I just don't know enough about him. Athletic traits are definitely there for Robert Beal. Here, he looks also like a really good athlete. We know he's block shedding. Power moves is average. Finesse moves. We just don't know enough about these guys. Pinkering, Texas A&M. He looks pretty good. B block shed, B finesse, B power moves. We're gonna go with Robert Beal here with our 2nd round pick. He is a hidden dev. 89 speed, 82 strength, 85 jumping. Very good athlete. And he's going to be probably our right end. All right, here with our third round pick, we're going to go with Parker Washington, wide receiver from Penn State. He looks like a pretty decent athlete. It's just kind of a shot in the dark. There's not really anybody else I like here. And maybe he has a dev and we get lucky. He does have hidden dev. Okay. 92 speed, 83 jumping, 87 change rate, 89 agility, 90 excel. He is probably going to be our slot receiver for this year. So let's see what else we get in the draft. And with our first fourth round pick, we're going to go with Edifwan Ulafosho. I don't know, I'm pronouncing it, but we're going to draft him here. He is a normal dev, 85 speed, 83 jumping, 75 strength. This is our first non-hidden dev. Was thinking about taking him with our third round pick, but decided to hopefully wait, and he is here. So that's our pick for our first fourth round pick. All right, looking at the rest of the draft. Chris Johnson is a 76 overall. Okay, not a bad. He's going to be our left tackle of the future. Robert Beal is a 67 overall. Okay, so a bit on the lower overall side, but has that depth, so hopefully he might actually jump up overall once we move him down to right end. Third round pick was Parker Washington, and also another hidden dev. Edifwan Elefosio was a 66. And then with the rest of our picks, we took Dylan Goodson, who was actually a 71 overall, so not a bad pick there. Probably not gonna start over Parker Washington though, because Parker Washington does have that hidden dev. So we didn't do as good as I thought we did with our mid-round picks, but we still got a few hidden devs. And I will take. You got a left tackle, an edge rusher, and another wide receiver to throw to for Justin Fields, and brought in some defensive depth and Alex Forsyth. So it's a pretty good draft. Let's go see the team heading into year number 2. All right, so looking at the team here heading into year 2, we still got pretty much the same offense outside of a new starting left tackle there in Paris Johnson. I'm actually going to move Parker Washington here to receiver number 3 to kind of play our slot. Well, this is where we made the most changes to the team. You brought in Deron Payne through free agency, drafted Robert Beal. We also signed Chris Barnes, and we also signed Sean Murphy-Bunting. So got some few additions to the defense. So hopefully this team could maybe take a step up. Hopefully some of our young players will pop with a few good dev traits. So let's see what our record is at midseason. All right, here we are in midseason. We are currently 3-4 again. This time second in the division. The Lions and Vikings are 1-6 and 0-6. Let's see, Paris Johnson has superstar. Okay, wait, Velus Jones a star? Oh, during staff week, he just went up in dev. The team, who else was it? It was Beal. Oh, why isn't Beal starting? We saw our dev for left tackle. That's really good because there's not that many superstar O-linemen in the game to re-sign. So let's check out who they are. We still have a ton of cap room. It's Jalen Johnson, Darnell Mooney, Chase Claypool, Travis Gibson, Cole Kmet. So some of our younger players. Jalen Johnson, though, is going to want a ton of money. Let's give him a player friendly. Let's slightly increase it here. And we get Jalen Johnson back. Let's bring in Darnell Mooney on a player friendly, and let's increase this. And Mooney says no. Let's try to get Claypool back here. And we get Chase Claypool back. Cole Kmet actually does want to come back, so we'll just give him this base offer. And Cole Kmet is back. We'll give Travis Gibson this deal. Let's make it a 3-year deal, though. And we get Travis Gibson back. How we will finish the season. All right, end of the year, and we unfortunately missed the playoffs, though. We went 9-8, so an improvement over 7-10. But we will check out the stats. Justin Fields had A worse year than last year. Okay, 3,702 yards, 21 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, 59% completion percentage. That is a big step down for Fields. Rushing, Montgomery had 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns. Fields also had 7 on the ground. Same thing for Herbert. Receiving, Darnell Mooney led the team in catches and yards with 71 catches for 921, but only had 2 touchdowns. Cole Kmet, 62 catches for 656 and 2. Claypool, 55 catches, 647 and 7. Parker Washington, 39 catches for 590 and 6 touchdowns. Blocking, a lot better than last year. Defensively, Chris Barnes led the team with 129 tackles, 100 for Sean Murphy-Bunting. Tackles for loss, we have 18 from Deron Payne, 17 from Justin Jones. Here, 13 from Travis Gibson. And who led the team in sacks? It was Deron Payne with 7.5, 4 from Gibson, 3.5 for Robert Beal. Again, I want more sacks, but maybe we just need better edge rushers. Interceptions, 3 from our rookie linebacker, Jaquan Brisker with 2 interceptions, Jalen Johnson with 2, 1 for Blake Cashman, Chris Barnes, Kyler Gordon, and Jack Sanborn. Kicking, Santos went down. Well, just looking at the stats, particularly off the stats, it looks like we got worse actually, but maybe we squeaked off some wins. But that's going to help when we have the 5th best defense, but stats don't look too outstanding. MVP goes to Joe Burrow on the 15-2 Bengals. We do not see any Bears. Coach of the Year is Zach Taylor. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Cooper Kupp once again. I think he wins it every year. And Madden Defensive Player of the Year goes to Brian Burns. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Grayson McCall. Parker Washington at 6. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Miles Murphy. We have our linebacker there at 7. Best QB is Tom Brady on the Giants. Grayson McCall was the replacement. Best running back is Zeke. Best receiver, Cooper Kupp. Best lineman, Elton Jenkins. Best D lineman, Brian Burns. Best linebacker, Shaquille Barrett. Best DB goes to Carl Davis. And best kicker is Matt Gay. So no award winners, which kind of sucks. But we just got to look forward to the offseason again. Still have a ton of cap space. So hopefully there's a big free agent we can go out there and sign. So let's see if we have anybody go up in development at the Super Bowl week. And Super Bowl 58 is between the Cowboys and Bengals. Bengals make back-to-back Super Bowls. Nobody changes on offense. Defensively, though, Deron Payne's up to a superstar. Kyler Gordon is up to a star. Beal is revealed to have star. And I think that was it. And I forgot. And your Super Bowl champion is the Dallas Cowboys, beating the Bengals 31-23. And unfortunately, we cannot reach an agreement with Darnell Mooney. He's going to test free agency. Let's see how much the franchise tag. It is $30 million. All right. We made a massive signing. We brought in Nick Bosa on a 6-year deal, and we also brought in Jordan Brooks on a 4-year deal. So some major signings. Nick Bosa is hopefully going to be our true edge rusher we've been needing, and Jordan Brooks is also a player we really need linebackers, so he's also a player I was going after. I was also going after Chris Lindstrom, but he actually ended up going to the Seahawks. Kicker and Nick Foles to be the backup or the mentor for Justin Fields. So let's see if we can get anybody else. All right, we're signing some more big pieces. We bring in Antoine Winfield, another defensive back from the Buccaneers, on a 4-year deal. We also bring in Jedrick Wills to be our right tackle to pair with Paris Johnson. We are still going after Noah Ruggles and Nick Foles, but I'll update you guys once we get them. All right, we got Nick Foles to be the mentor for Justin Fields on a 1-year deal, and we still are going after Noah Ruggles. All right, and because we did sign Antoine Winfield, that means Eddie Jackson here is going to become expendable. And look at this offer. We're getting Jordan Davis, a superstar dev D tackle, and a 4th-round pick for Eddie Jackson. That is a steal. I'm going to take that 100%. I was also thinking about Drake London, but I was like, it's a superstar dev D tackle and a 4th-round pick. So we're going to go with this deal here. Absolutely fleeced the Philadelphia Eagles. And since we got Jordan Davis, Justin Jones is now expendable. We're going to be trading him to the Arizona Cardinals for Rondale Moore. So he's going to be our Darnell Mooney replacement. I like this trade. We are going to be giving up I think this is our 4th-round pick for him. But hey, we need a receiver. And Rondale Moore, I think, is going to be a good fit for this offense. So let's do it. Bam, offer accepted. All right, we finally brought in Noah Ruggles to be our kicker. So now our free agency is set. We had some massive additions to the team. This team's looking a lot different from last year. Signing Nick Bosa, signing Winfield, signing Jordan Brooks, bring a lot of big pieces to this defense. This defense is going to be even more elite than it was last year. And we also brought in Jordan Davis. We also traded for Rondale Moore. So this team is going to be pretty deadly next season, and I'm hoping for a playoff pick next season. All right, here we have a 5th-year option. I don't know if you guys can read that, but it is Justin Fields. I'm definitely going to be picking that one up here, no question. Justin Fields is now a 5th-year option. Let's finally go to the draft. All right, heading into the draft, we are going in with the 17th overall pick. So let's go to that pick and see what we can get. Ooh, Marcus Alexander. He was one of my focus players, so that kind of sucks. He looked really good. And now we do need receivers since, Rondale Moore and Claypool are good, but we still need somebody else to pair with them. They're not going to do it all by themselves. I liked this guy a bit more. Yeah, we're going to go with Devontae Smart here. And he has hidden dev. 90 overall, 89 jumping, 89 change of direction, 89 agility, 87 acceleration. We get another weapon for Justin Fields. And yeah, let's see what we can get with our 2nd-round pick. All right, and with our 2nd-round pick here, we're going to go with Dion Denard, outside linebacker. He also gets a hidden dev, 86 speed, 80 jumping, 80 change of direction, 89 agility, 88 excel, 67 strength. He is going to be moving to left outside linebacker. So let's go to our 3rd-round pick. And with our 4th-round pick, I was just taking the best player available. And it's Brett Fullen, tight end from Colorado, another hidden dev player. Let's go. We're hitting on all 4 of our first picks. All hidden devs. Let's see what else we get in the draft. All right, looking at our draft recap here. Let's see what our players' overalls are. And we got a 76 overall wide receiver Devontae Smart, 70 overall, 71, and a 74. And then with the rest, I just simmed. We got Woodward, Gerald Wilkins. So this was a pretty good draft. Getting a 74 overall tight end in the 4th round, that's a pretty big pick. Sean Tapp is going to be our center. And then Dion Denard. I want to check if there's any I should probably check if there's any generational players. Ooh, there's a really good running back, Nathan Reese. Who's an 83. I don't know if he's generational. He might just be those really highly generated or high generated overall players that don't have X Factor. But just to check, I forgot there's generational players. I want to see if this guy's generational. And he's not. He's just one of those highly generated overall players that don't have an X Factor. But hopefully we have a chance to draft one, but maybe next rebuild. I don't think we're gonna end up with a top pick this season or this rebuild because the team's looking pretty good. Speaking of the team, let's check out what it's looking like here heading into year 3. The team is looking phenomenal. We have a new starting center, new right tackle. Fulham's gonna start at fullback. Okay, that's fine. We have 2 new wide receivers in Devontae Smart and Rondale Moore. Unfortunately, we lost Darnell Mooney, but whatever. Defensively, we added a ton of new players. We added so many superstars. We added Nick Bosa, Jordan Davis, Antoine Winfield. Here we also drafted Denard, and Beal, I guess, is going to be a good rotational player, but I don't know how much rotational D lineman play or backup D lineman play, but just in case they do, you have a decent one there. So I'm hoping one of these guys pop with a superstar, potentially superstar X Factor. And if we can, that'll be big. So, yeah, let's go to the midseason market, see where we are. Okay, well, team got way better and we got way worse, which makes sense. I mean, your team gets better in the off season, you just play worse. That's really how it works. Um, so yeah, we just won one more game the rest of the season, and well, I think it was also the Vikings who also really choked the season. But of course, Packers win the division. But we'll check out stats and awards. Please don't tell me Justin Fields had another bad season because he's not been very good. He is getting worse. How is he getting worse every year? I think he's gotten worse every single. This is a terrible stat line for Justin Fields. I mean, this is awful. Rushing Montgomery regressed. I mean, just everybody regressed. Claypool, smart or rookie had. So is this offensive playbook just bad? Because it feels like it only plays two receivers. What's Smart's depth trait? It's just Star. Okay. And then Rondale Moore also didn't have a great season. Our center allowed 12 sacks, which is way too much for a center. Jordan Brooks had 142 tackles, 122 from Chris Barnes, 112 for Jalen Johnson. Tackles for loss, 24 from Jordan Davis, 15 for Deron Payne, 14 from Nick Bosa. And look at that, Nick Bosa only had 11.5 sacks, and we paid him a ton of money. So I'm glad that signing is working. I mean, it's a lot of sacks, but it's Nick Bosa. I was hoping for at least 17, maybe even 20. 11.5 is really disappointing. You got outsacked by Travis Gibson. He had 13.5, which is two more than. Oh my gosh. So Ruggles was good, I guess. So this was just a really disappointing season. We finished with the worst offense in the NFL. Maybe I have to change I think I'll just change the offensive playbook here. And our defense, I don't know how. We got better at every facet of the game, and we got worse at every facet of the game, which makes sense. I mean, Burrow's a 99 overall now. So we have nobody up for MVP, Coach of the Year. We're not going to be up there. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Cooper Kupp. That's a shocker. Defensive Player of the Year is Brian Burns. Offensive Player goes to Antoine Middleton. Devontae Smart at 3. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Alani Wilford. We didn't have anybody. Best QB is Matthew Stafford. Best running back is Zeke. Best receiver is Cooper Kupp. Best O-lineman Zach Martin. Best D-lineman Brian Burns. Best linebacker center running back DB is Mike Hughes. Best kicker is Cammy Fairburn for the Packers. This was a really, really disappointing season. I think I'm gonna have to make a playbook change here. What playbook would be good? Let's try the Bengals offensive playbook because their offense always seems to be really good. So we're gonna change our offensive playbook. Defensive playbook, I'll just keep it the same. I mean, hopefully it's just like a fluke year, just a fluke down year. But man, going into the last year of this rebuild, this is not good. I just don't get it. The team gets way better, and we get worse somehow. We did better in our first season. Tap has star dev. And our tight end also has star dev. And our outside linebacker also has star dev. So I'm glad we couldn't hit on any superstar devs, because why would we? Nick Bosa's in 99, even though he doesn't play like it. Yeah, this was a really disappointing season. So I'm gonna change the playbook to the Bengals offensive playbook, and we'll see if anybody goes up in Dev in the Super Bowl week. And the Super Bowl is a rematch between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Tampa Bay. I don't remember what Super Bowl it was, but they're rematching each other this in this world. They have anybody go up in Dev. Oh wow, I'm glad Parker Washington's back up the Dev. That's amazing. Defensively, Nick Bosa's down a star. That's what you like to see. Outside of that, nobody. Awesome, dude. Gotta love it, dude. That's what you want. It's a big dub. Big dub. Okay. Uh, well, let's see who we have to re-sign. I think it's just Cody White here, honestly. I don't know what to do. I think what I do is just to go all in this season or next season, then just hope we win. But I guess making your team better in this game, it makes your team play worse. As the Bucks win the Super Bowl 31-29 over the Raiders. So that's good, I guess, for the Buccaneers fans. All 10 of you after this season, because most of you guys were just Patriots fans. So we will look at players to negotiate here. We still have a good amount of cap space, so we're probably still going to actually end up getting a pretty good player. Cody White is regressed, and he lost his depth trait. I don't get how offensive linemen get to lose their depth trait when they can't get it, which is really unfair. Because it's like, oh, your lineman can't go up, but they can go down. So it's like, that's why having a superstar dev lineman is like really good. It's really awesome. It's really cool. We have to check if anybody went down. I don't think anybody went down in offense. Oh, Sanborn. No, Sanborn was normal. Barnes lost his. Surprised Nick Bosa says it down to normal dev already, so that's good. I'm not going to resign Cody White here, so let's see what's available in free agency. All right, so through the first wave, we have signed Greg Newsome, superstar dev corner. So that's nice. We're actually going to go after Cody White here because there's no other left guards available. So we're going to try to get him. I'll update you guys once we get him. All right, and we got Cody White here. So those are the only free agents I'm going to go after. And I might make a trade. So I'll see you guys if I make a trade. Alright, there's not really that many trade packages I like for Sean Murphy Bunting, but we're going to go with this one here. Trading Sean Murphy Bunting to the Raiders for Devon Diablo and Levi Cannon, I guess. We do kind of need a second middle linebacker, so that's just really, we didn't really need 4 good corners, and we kind of needed another middle linebacker, so that's just a little trade we're going to make, but let's see if we get anything good in the draft. Alright, we actually have a 5th-year option to look at, so let's see whose 5th-year option this is. It is Jordan Davis's. Yeah, definitely going to pick that up. So yes, we're going to pick up Jordan Davis' 5th-year option. And we picked that. Do we have anybody else's 5th-year option? I feel like we might have somebody else's. Nope, that's it. Okay, so let's see who we can get in the draft. Okay, so we actually have the number 1 overall pick. Which is awesome because it's the number 1 overall pick, I guess. So let's see. Everybody's going to be available, but does anybody look like they should be taken with an overall pick? Jerry Vance. What's he look like? A pursuit, decent combine, A player recognition, A pursuit. I don't know his power moves, so I'm going to maybe stay away from him. But I can't really think of anybody else that would really impact the team that much in this final year. I was looking at Darren Moreland. Maybe Darren Moreland's really good if he had a good combine. Yeah, we're going to go with Darren Moreland here with our 1st round pick. And yeah, he looks pretty good. Hopefully he's like high 70s and he can start. I don't know, but I don't think we're going to get an impact player for the rest of the draft. But if we do, I'll show you guys. Looking at our draft recap, what was that receivers overall? 79. Ooh, okay, then we got a 66 overall strong safety. I just simmed the rest after our 2nd round pick, but look at this. Antoine Short looks pretty good. Did we get the highest overall player to 79? That's probably one of the better players I've ever drafted. 79 overall. Let's see. Wow, look at this. 70. Oh, wow, okay, maybe this was not a. Yeah, because this didn't seem like a good draft class. There's only 2 77 overall pluses, and we got Darren Moreland. So, I don't know. We might start him. We might not. But anyways, we'll check out the team here for the final season. Um, Moreland, should he start over Smart? Who's worthy? Who's this guy? I must have a player CPU, yeah. Apparently CPU just loves drafting hidden dev players in the late rounds. And look at our receiving core. Look how deep it is. It's a deep receiving core. You know what? We're gonna start Moreland, and yeah, we'll just have a deep receiving core, I guess. And then defensively, strong safety. I guess. Brewer, I'm actually gonna move to left outside linebacker. Yeah, just to get the best team we possibly can have right now. So hopefully that receiver is really good. I didn't see anything that was generational, so I don't think he's a generational player. But I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what's the lowest overall a generational player can be. Does he have any really good traits? It's even catching, I guess is good. No, nothing right looks at me and is like, yeah, that's maybe ball carrier vision, maybe catching, ace of catching. That's pretty good for a rookie receiver. But I don't know. I just don't think. Yeah, I don't think he's generational. But yep, this is the final year. We're just gonna go straight to the playoffs here. So see you guys at the playoff week. All right, we are almost done simulating. We're here in week 17. I'm hoping this team makes the playoffs. If this team does, I'm gonna be really disappointed. I'm hoping last year's a fluke year. I also changed the playbook, so hopefully that helped. And it didn't. Well, we went 7-10. So I switched the playbook to the Bengals playbook off the playbook, which is usually good, but it wasn't good enough, I guess. And then I switched the playbook to the Panthers defense, which is usually really good as well. But whatever, I guess. Really, yeah, we didn't even. Our best year was our second year. So yeah, we'll check out stats. Whatever. Oh, Fields finally had a good season. 4,000 yards, 4,200, 31 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, 65% completion percentage. Well, we have Josh Rosen as our backup. Okay. I'm looking at David Montgomery. He didn't even go over 1,000 yards this year. Which kind of sucks. Receiving, Chase Claypool. I think this is the first time we have had a 1,000-yard receiver this entire time. Darren Moreland, what was his dev trait? He was a superstar. Okay. Well, good thing we got him in the last year when it didn't matter, so that's cool. We'll look at the sack numbers, or who allowed the most sacks. Here it was Paris Johnson with 16. We had Jordan Brooks and Chris Barnes both go over 100 tackles, TFLs. We had 20 from Deron Payne, 15 from Jordan Davis, 11 for Travis Gibson, 11 for Nick Bosa. QB sacks, we had 12.5 from Nick Bosa, 12 from Travis Gibson. Nick Bosa was kind of disappointing. I was hoping for 17 sacks per season because that's usually what he gets, but it's whatever. Interceptions, we had 3 from Jordan Brooks, 3 from Jalen Johnson, 2 from Brisker, Chris Barnes, Greg Newsome, and Tommy Brewer, 1 for Devon Diablo, and 1 for Kyler Gordon. Kicking, Ruggles was not very good. We finished with a bottom offense, and we also finished with we were just below average. We just were bad somehow. Lamar wins MVP. Trevor Lawrence is on the Panthers. What? Coach of the year is Zach Taylor. NFC Offensive Player of the year is Cooper Kupp. Who would have thought? Defensive Player of the year is Aaron Donald. Who would have thought? We'll look at Offensive Player of the year is Bobby McCain, not the safety. Or that's Robbie, never mind. Tyler Pope, Defensive Player of the year, best QB is Herbert. Running back is Saquon. Receiver is Kupp. That's rare. Dylan Redunds was the best lineman. Best D lineman is Aaron Donald. Best linebacker, Michael Parsons. Best DB is Mike Hughes for the second year in a row. Best kicker is Jason Sanders. So this was a really disappointing rebuild. I just don't know why this team didn't perform good. I mean, maybe I could have. I don't know. Maybe you guys know what I should change about the rebuilds. Like if I should change something about it to make it more entertaining. Or maybe you guys want to suggest any teams, or like, you know, like, oh, you should do a like 0 overall rebuild or something like that, where all my players are 0 overalls. But just let me know what teams you guys think I should do. I want to check the safety. Star dev. Okay, so that's cool. So yeah, this was really disappointing. I'm sorry we didn't even make the playoffs, but that's just my luck with Madden. I build good teams all the time, and they just never succeed. But when they do, they get a first round bye and then lose in the divisional to like a 8 and 9 team that shouldn't even be in the playoffs. But I mean, the Packers won the division 8-9. Of course they would. Of course they would. They win it every single year. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this rebuild again. Let me know what teams I should do. If I should change anything about it. Should I do 5 years, or should I just stick to the 4-year one? But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video.